Welcome, and thank you for spending some of your time with us. My name is Tina Rosenquist, and this is Knowledge for Wellness. And this show is to better inform you, because when you know more, you are empowered to make better decisions for yourself and your loved ones for a better quality of life. And knowledge is power. And today we will be discussing moms on the run. And questions we will be asking are, well, how did this whole thing get started? And why do you think it's growing so fast? And what's in store for the future of Moms on the Run? And I am delighted to present Karissa, the head mom from Moms on the Run, located in Forest Lake and throughout the surrounding areas. Welcome, Karissa.
Thank you. Thanks for having me today.
I am so delighted that you could join us on Knowledge for Wellness.
Thank you.
Well, this is your first time on, so I'm sure everyone wants to know all about you and even how you started Moms on the Run.
Yes. Well, I've always had a passion for fitness and especially running. I've been running as long as I can remember.
Okay.
In college, I wanted to pursue corporate fitness. I had a degree in exercise science, and I started out my career working at a big company in their on-site fitness and wellness program.
Oh, nice.
And I loved that, but when it was time to think about having kids, I wanted something I could do, on my own. So I left the corporate world and started a personal training business.
Oh, okay.
Which was great. It was fabulous. But then I got to the point where after having kids, like other moms, I thought, when am I supposed to work out?
Right.
So I really felt that there's a need out there, and how can us moms, fitness is still important to us, but we just can't figure it out. We can't figure out how to fit it in to every single crazy day.
Yes.
And I wasn't getting my own workouts anymore. I felt like a hypocrite. I was a trainer still. I was helping my clients and not finding time for me. So after my third child was born, and I had 3 babies in 4 years. So,
busy mom.
Got it done real quick and really was ready to get back into shape and figure out a way to make it work.
Yes.
And so I started teaching classes at a local park for moms and babies. And we just did it in the neighborhood. I put some flyers out, got enough interest. And it was a lot of fun, but it was hard to get it to take off. I think it's really hard to market to busy moms that are so overwhelmed at that stage of life.
Yes.
So we had a good time, but I wanted something even more than that. And when we were at class one day at the park, one of the moms said, I want to train for a 5K.
Oh.
And that kind of threw me off, and the other women were all excited, and they were like, yes, that's what we want to do. That'd be great. And so I said, okay, well, I had a background in running, and I thought I can do this. So I created a 5K training program that was geared towards helping women who have never run before to be able to run their first 5K race.
Wow.
And so we did that the following spring, and we had 26 women sign up the first year.
Wow, so that's actually what helped you grow so fast is word of mouth.
Yeah, yes,
okay.
Yep, and the first year from the start, Forest Lake is not very big.
No.
It's one of the smaller communities in the Twin Cities, and yet we had a full class the first year.
Oh, nice.
So we did it again the second year. People came back, they invited their friends. We had 54 women, so doubled the second year. And then I got kind of crazy, and I decided, let's get this all over the Twin Cities, and opened 6 more locations. The next year, started hiring other moms that wanted to do what I was doing and hiring other instructors. And that was last year. Now this year, we're now in 10 cities, and we had about 450 women in the program this year.
Oh, nice. Very, very nice. Your stress level gets a lot lower by doing this as well.
I think women might think they're joining to lose weight, but then they're just surprised by all the other benefits. They're so impressed with how much better they feel and their energy level, and just they're happier. They're just feeling so much better day in and out.
Yes. So the first thing they need to do is, of course, call you.
Yep, they can call us, or they can visit our website, momsontherun.com.
Sure. Sounds great. Is there any specific events that you have Moms on the Run train for?
Yes, we actually have a big 5K race at the finale.
Okay.
So for many of these women, they've never run a 5K before, and this is their first big event, their first race.
All right.
We choose the Officer Sean Silvera Memorial Run. His widow, Jennifer, is a dear friend of mine, and so the first year, it was actually a year after he died, we decided to start training for that particular race because she was in the program for Moms on the Run. And it's a great family event. They have the bouncing castle for the kids. They have the face painting. They have a kids run called the Daisy Dash. They raise money for COPS, which is the Minnesota chapter of Concerns of Police Survivors. And they also choose another charity. Like this year they chose Kids Against Hunger. So it's a great fundraising activity, and that race itself is growing very large as well. So that would be the end of our season. And then we know women are at different levels, and some of them want to be motivated to be racing regularly during the season. So we have a 10K and 5K option in the middle of July. So some of the women have been, are running their first 10K race. It's called the Heart of Summer, put on by Boston Scientific, and it's all about heart health and women. So it's about motivating women to take responsibility and become active. It's about heart disease education, and all those funds stay local in the community for that event. So that's exciting. This year we chose a race called the Heartbeat 5000, which went towards Children's Hospital and Clinics for children's heart health. And we did that in June this year. So we tend to choose one race every month. And then in September, for the women who are ready for it this year, we did a 10-mile, and we did Women Run the Cities, which was perfect for us, an all-women's race in Minneapolis at Lake Minnehaha.
Sure. Well, you're talking about all of these great events that everyone's doing, but what is the time commitment, let's say, for someone to actually train for that?
Well, we ask women to try to commit to twice a week for their workouts. We do allow women to be in the program if they can only commit once a week. They just need to understand that they're going to have to work out on their own, outside of just when we're all together. They can get together with their new girlfriends outside of class. So we recommend working out 3 times a week. A lot of the women are past that and they want to work out every day, and that's great. But we want a beginner to know that if she can only commit to twice a week, she will be successful. So if she can come to class twice and only do those 2 workouts, she actually will be able to accomplish the 5K race at the end. And if she can do 3 times a week by working out on their own, even better. But we just really ask for a twice a week commitment.
And how long for the twice a week? Are we talking an hour, 2 hours?
Class is about 45 minutes long, and then we have an optional boot camp. So the structure is set up like this. The women get there, and after we're done chit-chatting a little bit, plenty of that, we get going with a walk, and we just warm up and we walk for 5 minutes. And then after that, we start our interval schedule, which is, I can explain more, but it's how we structure the workout with walking and running. And it takes about 30 minutes, so that's our cardio. And then we're cooling down for 5 minutes after that. And then we have the instructor lead stretching. So during that portion, we're working on flexibility, obviously, but we're also doing some education. We'll have a topic of the week that we put on the blog, such as how to breathe when running and that kind of thing. And that's the time that we go over that. So that's all said and done in 45 minutes. So if women want to be, away from their house and back home in an hour, they can do that, and this program allows for that. But we do have an optional boot camp, so that after they're done with the running, for just about 12 more minutes, if they want to stick around, then we have strength training. We really think that strength training is important, not only because we're getting older and for our metabolism, we need to build that muscle back. That's really important for women. But also, it's so important for preventing injuries. So we really recommend, if the women can make it work, that they add the boot camp. And we do have an extra cost for that, but we also want women to know that scholarships are available. So we do work with other businesses to provide financial aid for women that need it, because we don't ever want money to be a limiting factor for these women. So we do have financial aid. But back to the boot camp, it's a very fun little way to have that camaraderie with your class one more time with an enthusiastic instructor that's really pushing you, to your limit with your strength training. So that's all done in an hour, the cardio and the stretching and the strength training.
And if they do happen to have any extra time, they can actually go out on their own. And, if they have a half-hour lunch, they can actually go and walk or jog and do what they need to build up their endurance as well.
And the women are really great at connecting outside of class. Not just for workouts, but for social things. We have ladies' night out usually once a month, where the class will meet up, for appetizers or at a coffee shop right after class. That's become popular. But also for getting their workouts in together. They're all starting Facebook groups. we have a main Moms on the Run Facebook page, which is a very interactive community. So
Sure.
I really encourage people to check us out online on Facebook.
All righty.
And it is just a really good way to keep connected with each other. And people will post photos of their races and their girls' night outs, and they will put inspirational quotes that they've read about running. So that's a really exciting way also that these women are maintaining that connection outside of class and holding each other accountable.
Very nice. I love this concept that all the moms getting together and also supporting each other. What's in the future for Moms on the Run?
You know, I really just don't think we're done growing yet. I
Okay.
get contacted almost daily from women around the Twin Cities, around the country actually, that really love this concept and they want it near them. You know, they want it in their community, and there's nothing like that because running clubs are out there, but they really are geared towards women that already know how to run. And women really need that push and need that start. So we're actually right now in the legal process of creating a franchise system.
Oh, nice.
So once that's completed, we are going to be able to give this opportunity to other women that want to start their own business.
Oh, so
to
a great
open a
business opportunity
It
for
is.
women as well.
It is.
And
It's a great business opportunity for someone to do what they love and what they're passionate about, and to bring it to women in their local area. So
Sure.
we're working on that right now, and we're actually going to be able to do that this year
Okay.
and start to open some new locations even outside of Minnesota.
Okay, nice. And so we're talking about some of the women and also their husbands or someone else that may want a business opportunity can get into it as well.
Yeah, it's a great family
Yes.
thing. I do have a couple that wants to start one together.
Okay.
So, you know, might be the mom who's doing the teaching, but it's definitely a great opportunity for a family to invest in because it's just really exciting to see
Yes.
the change in these women's lives.
Wow. And you don't have to be a personal trainer yourself to
you
do this
don't.
as well.
We actually have a certification program. So
Okay.
if somebody comes to me with just enough experience in running, I actually can educate them and certify them so that they're insurable so that they can start their own program.
Okay, so you're looking within the metropolitan area or exactly where are you looking?
For new trainers, all over.
Okay.
You know, when I hire instructors, same thing. I can just look for someone who has experience running and
Okay.
help them to be trained in all of our philosophies and our program. But I also am looking for women, you know, outside of the Twin Cities too, who want to
Right.
bring this closer to them.
So there isn't a set target mom at all. It's just anyone that wants to run.
We are looking for the woman that hasn't quite found her fit yet in
Okay.
fitness. You know, for whatever reason, the gym thing doesn't work for her. It
Sure.
doesn't work. It's not her preference. Doesn't work with her schedule, with her life. We're looking for that person who just hasn't figured it out what it is that they're going to do. You know, they want to be healthy and they want to be active, but they need a lot more structure
Sure.
and they need guidance and, you know, they need accountability
Yes.
more than anything else. So we want to find the women that want to try something different and they want to make it fun because we know that women are not going to stick with their workout program if it's not fun.
Yes.
So we want to provide that environment where not only can women get out of the house and get their workout in,
Sure.
but they're getting that me time, you know, time for themselves. They're getting time away from the kids. They need a much needed break.
Yes.
And they're getting their workout in, but they're having time with their girlfriends, which is really missing in today's busy age. We're not connecting socially.
Yes.
I really think that's why it's growing so fast, is
Nice.
because it's meeting all of those needs. You know, they're just getting out of the house twice a week, but they're able to meet all those needs in that time.
And what a great way to basically meet up with your friends, do something you have in common, something that you love as well, and making your body healthier. Because when you take time for yourself, you actually provide for your family better
Yes,
as well. So,
we believe
yes.
that so strongly. And you know, we have seen this make a difference, not in the lives of just the moms, but the whole family. And we've
Nice.
got husbands that have taken up running, and we have kids that they want to sign up for the next little half-mile race that they see that their mom is participating in. The moms are just being good role models.
Very
it's
much
really
so.
exciting to see the difference it's making in the whole family.
Wow. So you have anything specific on rewarding for yourself as well, starting this business?
Oh, it's been a dream career, honestly. It's so rewarding to be a part of something where you get to hear inspirational stories every day for the women in your program.
Yes.
You know, I get to get emails from women and cards in the mail. They send me little thank you cards about the difference that it's made in their lives.
Yes.
You know, going from, for a lot of these women, complete inactivity to now not just running, but getting into healthy lifestyle habits, because we really are about more than running. We like to have nutrition contests and weekly challenges, and we're all about, you know, just developing a healthier lifestyle overall. And so to be a part of that has just been such a blessing, and to watch it grow and make a difference in women's lives.
Yes, that's so nice. And it benefits the whole family, as we talked about. Is there anything specific that you want to share with our viewers? Any special story within your heart with some of the girls or moms?
Yeah, you know, there are just a few things I can think of, just some really stories that have inspired me. You know, there was one situation where a participant was diagnosed with cancer. After signing up for our program, she still participated, and she came on board and did everything she can, you know, that would work with her and her treatment schedule. She just jumped right in there, and the other women were so supportive.
Yes.
And even though she was missing some workouts, she was still able to successfully complete the program. And it's just so neat to see women, you know, embracing, you know, despite their challenges, and there's been so many different ones, that's just one example, but just really embracing the friends that they're making and this accountability towards, you know, with other women that really have a lot in common with them, even though we're all facing different challenges. There's another story I can think of where I had a woman contact me who was deaf, who wanted to be in the program, and I was very nervous about that. I got my first phone call from a video interpreter that she was using, and it was very different from me. And so she wanted to know if it would work for her, and I thought, well, yes, why not? Let's make this work, you know. And nervously I said, yes, we want you to join, and we want you to be a part of this. And talked with her instructor, and she was comfortable with, you know, lip reading and that sort of thing. And so we invited her into the program. She had a blast, and she is just the biggest fan of the program now. She's so supportive. She's telling everyone she knows they have to be in Moms on the Run. And she's actually reached out to other women in the deaf community and invited them to participate. So we have a few women now in the program that are deaf and that are getting along fabulously with the other women, and they're really feeling included. And that's really exciting for me to see.
Yes, and even get an interpreter involved as this as well, so that we can all communicate with each other.
We actually did have an interpreter this year who came to one of our sites and worked with one of the women to kind of help her and communicate with the instructor.
Nice.
And then even at, you know, our awards banquet the first year, that woman the first woman to enter the program, I gave her the most inspirational award that year. So we had an interpreter come to our banquet, our awards banquet at the end of the season, and, you know, interpret the whole evening for her so that she could be there.
Oh, nice, nice. It seems to be more involved with everyone getting connected. And what a great way to connect, and you're getting your socialization out, and you're getting your workouts, and plus each of them is probably even challenging each other. Oh, I can lose 5 more pounds. And so they have self-competition with each other as well.
Yes, they do.
Very nice, very nice. And have you seen a dramatic increase in a lot of the moms, you know, that may have lost weight or been inspired by another, let's say another mom that probably couldn't lose the baby fat?
Right.
So then they inspire each other. Is there anyone specific that you can think of for a story on that?
Yeah, you know, we had a cancer survivor who actually, she didn't even have a good prognosis, and she had come through this cancer, and she was just so wanting to just make healthy lifestyle changes and get into a different lifestyle. She actually became our biggest loser that year. So we have a biggest loser contest. So that kind of gets the women motivated, but mostly they're just motivating each other because they know they have the same goals and they're all in this together. Most of the women want to lose weight, so they kind of all had that in common.
Very, very nice. So tell me about your charitable contributions to Feed My Starving Children.
Well, when Moms on the Run started to become successful, I wanted to share that with more than just myself and my family, knowing that there's needs out there that are so much greater. And when I first had the chance to volunteer in the Twin Cities with Feed My Starving Children, I was so impressed. First of all, I loved that it was a local organization with worldwide impact. And I was so impressed with their efficient use of funds. It just seemed like your dollars went so far with that organization. It's only 24 cents to provide one meal. for a child in another part of the world that doesn't get enough to eat, and I wanted to be a part of that.
Wow.
And so that's just become an integral part of our program, is to always be giving some of our profits to Feed My Starving Children.
Nice.
And we actually get a chance to volunteer there. You know, throughout the season, we'll have 1 or 2 groups that will sign up to go to Feed My Starving Children and pack meals. And that's a lot of fun, a great group bonding experience.
I like that a lot. So let's talk about women joining Moms on the Run. Is there any pre-requirement at all, or is there something specific that they can just call you and join, or?
Yeah, we have all of our registration online, and very simple registration system. We definitely welcome women that have questions to contact us and to find out, you know, if this program is a good fit for them. We really believe that it is adaptable to all fitness levels. We have different programs in place to take women from that starting point of maybe they've never worked out before to getting to that first 5K race. And we also have programs for women that are already runners. So we've built these intermediate runners, and now we had to do something for them too. So now we have a 10K training and a 10 mile. This year we will do a half marathon training. So all these different options really to meet people where they're at in their fitness journey and bring them to the next level. So yes, we definitely encourage women of all stages to contact us, because we have a place for them. Whether it's coaching, we have some volunteer coach positions available, or whether it's starting out first time running.
Yes, I love it. Just to learn how to breathe correctly when you're running, because you get so winded, and to work up your endurance by just starting to walk, run.
Yes.
You know.
Well, we want women to know that this really is doable from a beginner level. So we don't expect women to start our program having already practiced and gone running a few times.
Sure.
We really do a lot of walking at the beginning. It's mostly walking.
Okay.
So they walk, run, walk, run. It's an interval schedule. So a lot of women make the mistake when they first start running, and they just try to run as long as they can. So they'll run for 5 minutes and then they'll have to stop and take a break and walk for 1 or 2 and try it again. So it's kind of the opposite approach, because we mostly start walking and we're adding those little run intervals, and they become more frequent and they become longer, and it's very gradual, and it progresses to be able to eventually do the whole 5K distance by the end of our season, which is 18 weeks. So we get started at the end of April and we go through August.
Sure.
And that is the beginner's schedule, what they could expect to follow. Now we also have the intermediate program, which is for the women who are already runners. We define the intermediates as women who are already able to run the 5K distance.
Okay.
And so what we do with them is we have a speed interval training program. So they're also doing intervals, because we know from recent research that interval training is so important for our cardiovascular health and for our metabolism, which women are very interested in. So we're taking advantage of that, and we're doing the intervals. And you know, they might, for example, just jog for a minute and then run really fast for 30 seconds.
Sure.
And women are they actually have been amazed at how much it has improved their speeds for their races to do this type of training.
Nice.
And so that's what the intermediates are doing throughout the 18 weeks. And then of course, if they wanted to do a 10K or 10 mile training, then we have them adding the distance as well.
Yes. And people have to realize that they need to be patient with themselves as well when you're first starting, because it's like, you know, skiing or anything professional, you just can't go in and be a professional.
Yes.
And to take baby steps and to build up your endurance as well, and to be patient with themselves as well.
Yes. You know, we have just fabulous coaches, and I just love how patient they are with all of the women, and what a support system they are for these women just getting started.
Yes.
I think the testimonies these women have about their coaches are they're just so exciting, because these connections are forming right away between the coaches and the participants, and the coaches are helping the participants to connect with each other, and that just makes it so much more doable for somebody who's just getting started. So yes, women do have to be patient with themselves, and you know, if everyone else is running for 1 minute and you can only make it the 30 seconds, that is okay.
Yes.
You know, we're not judgmental. Everyone is welcome in our program, and everyone feels like they fit in.
Exactly. You brought in a picture with one of the races, so would you go into more detail on that one?
Yeah. This is our Heartbeat 5,000 group, the race
Okay.
we ran in June for Children's Hospital and Clinics.
Okay.
And it was exciting because it was one of our first races where all of the cities from the metro got together
Nice.
to do one event. And
Okay.
so these are just women that felt ready to run a 5K early on in the season. Some of our more experienced runners mostly, but even women, you know, if they wanted to run, walk the whole thing, that was fine as well. And that one is at St. Anthony Falls.
Okay.
So in Minneapolis, a beautiful setting.
Yes,
And,
very nice.
That's what we're doing.
And
there.
you also brought in another picture as well.
Yes, that is just us having fun at class. It really is so much fun, and you know, I asked everyone to pose for a picture, but
Okay.
of course, you know, our pictures aren't real formal. It's just
Right.
moms having a good time getting out of the house. And
Yeah.
So I love that one. It's a fun picture.
It's very nice, yes. And is there last minute thoughts that you want to throw out to my viewers as well on maybe what they can do or their timeline that they need to commit?
I just really want to encourage women wherever they're at, you know, wherever they're at in their fitness journey, to think about joining us, because we really have such a great community to offer. We are so supportive of each other. We're so welcoming. We don't care what limitations you have. We want to make you a part of the program, and we'll help you fit right in. We really have a program that's right for you as far as your current fitness level. So we want to help you, whether it's run your very first 5K race, we will get you there, or if you're an experienced runner and you're just kind of in the doldrums of working out and you just really need a new challenge and you need new fun to stay motivated in your routine, we invite you to join us as well, because we are going to push you to that next level and give you that challenge that you've been missing for a while through our interval training program. We also want to help you get to that next milestone, whether it's first 10K or this year your first half marathon, and I know we'll do marathon training someday as well. We just want women to know that this is fun, because when you are looking at making such a big commitment to change your lifestyle and to change your daily habits, it's really hard to do that when you don't have something motivating you. And we want to provide a workout experience that's a very good time. So you're actually looking forward to your workouts, and you're looking forward to connecting to those women who have become your new best friends in the program.
Well, that's fantastic. I want to join up right away.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Love to have you.
That'd be good. Well, thank you so much on your insight on all of this and educating my viewers.
problem.
It's
Thank
really
you.
been a pleasure. If you have any questions or would like to contact Karissa, please contact them at www.momsontherun.com or Karissa@momsontherun.com. You can also phone them at 651-560-MOMS or 651-560-6667. And please tune in to my other shows of Knowledge for Wellness being televised throughout the Twin City area. And you can also see my previous shows on YouTube. And please visit my website at www.knowledgeforwellness.com or connect with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. And the mission of Knowledge for Wellness is to inform viewers on health issues, to expose, educate, and make viewers aware, to enhance themselves and their loved ones for a better quality of life. And I hope we have provided you with more knowledge to benefit you and your loved ones. Remember, health is wealth. So until next time, be well and goodbye. Thanks again, Karissa.
Over time you've healed so much in me, and I am living proof that although my darkest hour had come, your light could still shine through. And at times it's